Evolving Skies, finally. So, Evolving Skies, the big set of Sword and Shield. In case you haven't seen any of my other videos, what we're doing, we're going through the whole Sword and Shield era and we're going to get up through to Scarlet and Violet. But what we're doing is we're looking at this sealed investability of each set. In case you haven't seen any of the other videos, by all means, please check them out. But there's three criteria. 1, the hits. 2, the print run or the supply demand. And 3, the fun factor. Normally we go in the order of print run, supply demand first, then we jump into the hits, and then we look at the fun factor. But we're going to mix it up a little bit today, and we're going to jump into the hits first, only because Evolving Skies has such phenomenal hits. That will give us a score. So what we do, we rank all 3 out of 5, so that'll give us a total score out of 15. The higher the score for the set, the more investable. So let's jump in.
No way! Yo, we got
Raichu Reverse Hollow and an Umbreon VMAX alternate art.
What, dude?
Scraggy. It is Batman Noivern! The Umbreon V!
Bros, and an Espeon V alternate art.
What? This book.
And, geez, scoring this, look at that. All those hits. Man, there are some good chase cards for a modern set with some extremely high values in Evolving Skies. I really don't think we can score this anything other than 5 out of 5 for pulls. There's just so many good hits, so many cards above $10, so many big hits, and hits that keep going up. Umbreon VMAX, Rayquaza VMAX, all those little, like all the evolutions. It's a blockbuster set from hits, and it would be unfair to give it anything other than 5 out of 5. I know we're mixing things up a little bit, but we're going to jump into supply demand / print run now. So before we actually discuss the mechanics around the supply and demand on Evolving Skies, I thought we might kick it off with one of these videos first. So that's a little video of those Costco tins, and I've seen YouTube shorts of guys just loading trolleys, cars, stacking them from floor to ceiling at home. So when it comes to supply and demand, I mean, I don't know if there's a better example of that, of the absolute demand, even close to 2 years on in this set, that people are willing to buy a 3-pack tin just to pull an Evolving Skies booster pack. I know there's 2 others in there. I think it's Fusion Strike and Brilliant Stars maybe, but geez. Man, there's some demand on this set, even nearly 2 years on. So, having a look at the PSA Pop report there, we can see there's been 86,800 cards graded. Now, you could argue that's pretty high, especially if you compare it to a set like Chilling Reign that only has about a third of those PSA graded cards. But you could also argue that this set just has so many hits that people want to grade. So sometimes when I reflect on supply demand and comparing it to the PSA population, it's almost a bit of a false solution or a false answer, because sometimes a higher graded population just means there's so many hits. I mean, of course, if a set's only got, like Battle Styles, 5 or 6 hits, those alt arts that you probably want to send off, it's not going to have as high a PSA population as Evolving Skies that has 20 or 25 hits even that people are sending off. I really don't think we can give any other score than 5 out of 5 for supply demand. I've never seen such demand for a set. The price that it's pushed things up, I think people were almost begging for it to be reprinted. So, the third criteria to score out of 5, the fun factor. There is no denying but both the Elite Trainer boxes, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, the booster box are such nice items to keep on display, and I think they're going to age really well. I think they're going to be great looking display pieces in 5 or 10 years. Also, even the 3-pack blisters, like with that Umbreon promo, are such nice display pieces. So it's a really fun set to keep sealed and look at and have in your display. My only chink in the armor when it comes to Evolving Skies, and you could argue this adds to the excitement, is the fun factor of opening it. People call it Evolving Cries, and it's been called other words which I won't mention, but there's people that have opened 1, 2, 3, 4 booster boxes, not pulled an alternate art, and probably pulled what are the costs of them up to now? I think 600 Australian, and maybe pulled 50 or 60 Australian worth of value out of it. So my only criticism when it comes to Evolving Skies, and I suppose it's investability, is that fun factor when it comes to ripping it. Now, you could argue, on the other hand, that this actually makes it more exciting, because if you do actually pull an alt art, you're gonna jump off your seat. So for that reason, I'm scoring it 4.5 out of 5. I know it's 0.5 off a perfect score, but I think that does just hamper it ever so slightly. Score 14.5 out of 15. This is by far and away the best Sword and Shield set. But the big question is, can we actually make money? I thought we'll jump on eBay and just have a look at the box prices. So I've just gone obviously booster box price. We'll jump in and go low to high. I think one of the hard parts is yes, we can make money, but a lot of the money's already been made, and that's the hard part. Unless you got in at the first print run, pre-order, or even that second print run when prices dip back down, and that's when I bought it, that second print run. I think I've got my box for about $195 Australian, which is about as cheap as it's got. But you jump in there, anywhere from 500 to 600 Australian a booster box at the moment. We'll just have a look at the Elite Trainer box, which has also had a pretty big reprint only a couple months ago. But still, I think I got mine. I bought a fair few, half a dozen, 8 maybe, 4 of each set of Evolutions for about $80 a booster box Australian. Now they're Elite Trainer box, and now they're up to around 140 Elite Trainer box. So my point is, yes, there's money to be made on Evolving Skies, but has a lot of it already been made? If we look at the 3 criteria, the supply versus demand, the demand is just insane. If we look at the hits are just phenomenal, which has really driven the demand on this set. The fun factor, it's such a nice set to look at, the artwork, the ripping factor. Streamers are going to want to open it in the future. So yes, I think Evolving Skies will continue to rise. Don't forget, though, there's a lot of people sitting on Evolving Skies. There'd be cases upon cases sealed, left unopened, just parked away in people's cupboards. And as a result, I sort of feel this is going to leave Evolving Skies pretty stagnant for a little while. However, I think Evolving Skies is a little bit like real estate. Yesterday was the best time to buy it. Pending no more reprint, I make that very clear. Pending no more reprint, yesterday is the best time to buy Evolving Skies. So I don't think it's a bad move buying more boxes. I can see this set in 2 years' time, if it doesn't get a reprint, how is this box not going to be 800 Australian or 900 Australian or 1,000 Australian, which is 5, 6, 700 US? I can't see it not getting there based on the mechanics of it. So my advice, yes, you can make money, and go buy.